Good morning. We want to welcome you to the program. And how's your morning going?
My morning's just getting started here in Los Angeles, so pretty good.
That's fun. Can we talk to people on the East Coast? We talk to them on the West Coast. And, of course, we, being on the West Coast, just kind of getting started as well. Have you gotten up, eating breakfast, all that stuff, or are you getting all this radio tour out of the way first?
I'm doing the radio tour, and I'm having bulletproof coffee. Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay, so it's this idea. I don't know. My husband read about it. The Lakers do it. I mean, it hasn't been helping them, but basically you drink coffee with grass-fed butter in it and then this oil, and you blend it up in the blender, and it kind of like tastes like a latte.
Really?
But you're supposed to just drink that for breakfast, and then you don't eat until lunch, and it's supposed to jumpstart your metabolism and make you feel fantastic.
Jumpstarts your metabolism, but probably clogs you up, so you don't have any room to eat that. Oh, that.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying it out.
So this is the first warning that you're trying that, then, huh?
Yeah, I've done it before, and the coffee actually tastes good. Like, it sounds weird to put butter in coffee, but it's like putting cream in coffee, really. It's just like a whole fat, you know? And once it's blended up, it's kind of frothy, and it does taste good. It's just strange to then not eat anything until lunch, and I'm waiting to see if I'm going to be starving. So.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to call you back tomorrow and see how it went. Well, listen.
I know. Well, I'll post it on my Instagram story today, so people can follow me on Instagram and find out.
I will have to make sure that that we are following you. Well, listen, you were labeled as a child busy, Phillips. You were born Elizabeth. Yes. Do you think you've had to live up to that name?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I think, I don't know what came first, really, because obviously I was a very busy child, and that influenced what my parents started calling me when I was a baby. But then I've always just been, that's who I am on my inside, but who's to say that if they, hadn't just called me Liz, if I would still be this way? I think I probably, now that I'm a mom and I can see my two girls and how they are and how their personalities, they really present themselves right when they're babies and they're the same person, 3 years later, 8 years later. I bet that I would still be a very active person who's always doing a million things. That's just who I am, I guess.
Well, you do.
So, I live up to my name, but I think that that's probably just inherently
you
my
would.
Personality.
Yeah, you would have been that way anyway. Well, I look at the bio of some of the stuff that you've already achieved in life. You've been on Freaks and Geeks and Dawson's Creek. You were White Chicks, Homeroom, Love Inc., ER, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And of course, some appearances on. I guess you're still on Cougar Town, right?
Well, Cougar Town isn't on the air anymore. I mean, you can watch it in watch it in reruns, but it's we stopped filming like a year and a half ago.
Oh, has it been that long?
2 years ago? Yeah.
That's something that I think nowadays, where we can pull up a TV series, show, or whatever at any time, some of the stuff just doesn't seem to disappear, and you think it's still on the air.
It's so true, and actually my husband has said that before, where he's like, yeah, people don't know when anything was on the air anymore, because especially like teenagers, when I'll talk to teenagers who are just finding Freaks and Geeks, and they think it's like a show that was in the last 5 years. Like, no, that show was like 17 years ago.
Was it really?
It was almost 20 years ago that we did that show.
Wow.
I know, it's crazy, but it's so interesting. Yeah, just in the way that people now watch television has changed so dramatically, even in the last 5-10 years.
Definitely so.
Yeah, you can still watch Cougar Town. And look, the great thing is I'm on a new show on HBO called Vice Principals, and now that is available. If you don't have HBO, it's available on, all the digital platforms, so iTunes, Google, Amazon, and so you can watch that show now. So,
and that's something that
you can see me on any number of shows.
There you go. You're all over the place, but that's the one we're here to talk about. Vice Principals. It's season 1. It's out on a digital HD right now. And it premiered during the summertime, and you got some rave reviews on that. And so, are we going to have a season 2 and season 3? Is that already pinned down?
Well, We've already shot season 2, and it's Danny McBride and Jody Hill and David Gordon Green, and those are the guys that created Eastbound and Down for HBO, which was their last show. And when they sold this show, Vice Principals, they sold it really as just the 2 seasons. That's all they wanted to do. And so for me to sign on to the show, it was a no-brainer because, A, I wanted to work with those guys. I thought Eastbound and Down and their kind of comedy is incredibly funny and really dark and cool. But also I knew that it was like a very, it was an easy thing to say yes to because it was only 2 seasons. It was 18 episodes, which is basically just about 9 months of work and then you're done. So if I, had any problems, I wasn't like stuck on the show for the next 10 years. As it turns out, I wish that the show would go on more because we all had such a blast filming it. But so the second season will be out, I believe, in the spring, so people can get caught up before the second season comes out.
Well, give us a quick scenario for those of us that haven't had a chance to sit down and watch all the Vice Principals, what the storyline is and what your role is.
So the storyline is that it's about 2 vice principals, played by Danny McBride and the hilarious Walton Goggins. And the principal at their high school that they teach at, played by none other than Bill Murray, is stepping down from his post. And these 2 vice principals think that they each are going to be the one to step in and be the new principal. And, of course, neither one of them becomes that, and what ensues is total chaos in their lives and at home and at school. And I play Danny McBride's character's ex-wife, and we have kind of a contentious relationship, and we share a daughter together. And speaking of daughters, my daughter just walked in, and I need to do her hair while I'm talking to you for school.
Now, which one is it? Is it Birdie or is it Cricket?
Birdie.
Birdie.
No, Birdie just walked in.
Okay.
She's like sleepy. She has to go to the eye doctor this morning before school. We've got a big day ahead of us, and I need to do her hair because there's been a lice outbreak in 2nd grade, and thankfully we haven't gotten it, but I'm going to tie her hair up today so she can't.
Well, tell you what, let's go ahead and wrap things up so you can attend to your daughter's needs there. And that's what's cool. Here you're a famous actress, but still a mother first off, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
So listen.
Yeah, and I'm so lucky that, my schedule it allows me to be able to be, for all intents and purposes, a stay-at-home mom for a lot of the time during the year, and then I go off and I do these movies or these TV shows, and and I work hard, but I've got a great husband, and we do it. We make it work. So,
well, as Vice Principals,
life is good.
Good. That is awesome. Vice Principals Season 1. You want to check it out. Get caught up on all that. It is out originally on HBO, but it's out on digital HD at the moment. And attend to Birdie and enjoy your coffee. And I'll check Instagram tomorrow, see how it panned out for you, if you got hungry or not.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Have a great one.
You too. Thanks, Busy. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.